Blue Ridge Silverhound doing the final recap and review of the 2019 Heritage Auctions Fund Sale. And as always, this was a really nice auction to cover throughout the last 10 days. A lot of great stuff, a lot of super intense rarities, and a lot of stuff that folks that you and I can afford, you know. And everything was well represented. You know, hats off to Heritage Auctions. Again, if you guys are at all interested in consigning with this company, get started at ha.com. All right. So we're going to look at the top 10 most valuable coins to hammer during this auction. Okay, top 10 means top 10. It's going to be all the expensive coins. Now, originally I thought I was going to do a top 25 or a top 20 even coins, and there's just so much information, so many coins to cover, such a breadth of different types of coins that I think I've tortured you guys long enough. You know, that my videos have been quite extensive, very long as of late. So we're going to just highlight the top 10 coins, and I encourage you, if you wanted to get the skinny on every coin, and by the way, not every top 10 inclusion is a coin. Yeah, so this is pretty interesting. But if you wanted to get more information on any of these coins, feel free to go onto their website and take a look at the completed auction listings for the 2019 Heritage Auctions Fund Sale. Real easy to do, with or without an account. Actually, it'd be better if you had an account because you can actually see the dollar amounts. But I'm going to try and abbreviate as much as I can for each coin. Okay, a lot of them are extremely old. Another thing I will tell you, there are no coins from the 1900s represented on this list. It just goes to show you how diverse and how incredibly vintage and old the coins are on this list. So, what's this beauty that you see here before you? My number 10 coin. Well, it's a 1792. Okay, and in case you were wondering, it's pronounced half dime. D-I-S-M-E. It's like a dime with an S in the middle of it. Some people would say dismay. Okay, I guess there's really no wrong way of saying it, but it's pronounced half dime. It's an H10C, is what the classification is. It is cataloged and attributed as a Judd 7. All right, it's an R4, which, you know, it's a pretty nice rarity. Not too bad. This one was graded PCGS Mint State 63 Plus, CAC certified, and this bad boy sold for $288,000. Pretty nice coin, if I say so myself. Probably, you know, any one of these coins, you know, it's not searchable by any means. It might show up in an old collection somewhere, but the dime has been a coin that has kind of been sought after for many generations, many decades of numismatists. You know, not only here in the U.S. but abroad, all over the world. The coin looks like it exhibits scratches on the obverse. Okay, that was pretty common for these coins. You know, whether it was a crude way of polishing the dies, or, you know, just kind of reworking them, or it's kind of hard to say. But a lot of these coins were minted on those archaic screw presses, which it took a lot of time, a lot of effort to crank out any measurable amount of pieces, and you know, this is the result that you have here. You know, the reverse looks like it's a little bit off center, of course. You know, the dies do not align up the same way that they do today on a lot of the more modern equipment that, you know, is being used. But in any event, this is your number 10 coin. So number 9 is a, you know, pretty unique example of something that, you know, can pop up when you least expect it. And it is a Kellogg and Humbert gold ingot. This thing is a brick house. 160.05 total ounces in this thing. So this one has a little bit of history. I'm going to touch up a little bit on it, but you could always go onto their website and get the full rundown, okay, on the provenance and where this thing came from. But this was a bar that was crafted sometime during the mid 1850s. Okay, this is a California Gold Rush piece. So this one right here sold for $312,000. So, it's not certified by a grading company, obviously. It's as raw as you see it. This is a, some of you guys have probably heard, this is a SS Central America shipwreck find. All right, so this was on that boat, destined for Europe, and then crashed and burned right in the middle of the Atlantic. And the whole shebang went down with it. It's estimated, $1.2 million in various gold and various artifacts and antiquities went down with this ship. So this was one of those pieces. As you can tell, it was well preserved. It doesn't have any of the salt water, effect on there. No barnacles, no Krusty the Krab sticking to it, nothing like that. And it's worth noting the stampings on the front of the brick, and I'll go ahead and lay this out for you. So it's brick number 728, K&H hallmark, which is the Kellogg and Humbert, 160.05 ounces. This is 884 fine. Okay, so it's got a little bit of impurities in there, which is kind of cool. And the total value during that time was $2,924.73. That's pretty cool. Again, $312,000 is where this one ended up at. And that's my number 9 item. It's not a coin, but anyways, pretty neat. Great to see something diverse and different on there. So coming up at number 8 is a 1792 P10C is the catalog or the classification. This is a Dime. Okay, it's not a half Dime, it's a Dime. D-I-S-M-E. This one graded out PCGS SP55. It's a special strike. CAC certified. Judd 10 attribution. High R6 on the rarity, which means there's probably about 15 or 20 pieces of this type in existence. This one sold for $336,000. Again, another post-colonial issue, one in which they made very few of them, and these are more like trial strikes as the U.S. was beginning to strike their own coins. Truly remarkable piece. I can't really say I wish I owned any of these. There is one coin though that has always been on my, man, I wish I could afford and own this coin list. You'll see that here coming up. But this is the 1792 Dime. All right, at my number 8 slot. And then coming up next here at the number 7. Okay, now we're talking. All right, this is something that, you guys have seen and I've seen. This is an 1827 over 3. It's an overdate. Capped bust quarter. This is a Breen 1 attributed coin. It's an R7, which means there's 4 to 12 pieces of this die pairing in existence. This one's graded PCGS Proof 65. This is a phenomenal piece with lots of blues and aquas just flowing and regurgitating all over the coin. This coin is amazeballs. This one sold for 444,000 clams. It's a lot of clams. Enough to, open up your own seafood restaurant, I suppose. But this coin right here, you don't see too often in proof. Okay, it's a very small number of coins that were ever crafted as a proof. But this one certainly made its presence known by the huge hammer price and the phenomenal toning exhibited on this particular example. So that's the number 7 coin By golly, I wish there were more of these. And coming up next at my number 6 coin is the 1792 small pattern cent. There's not really a whole bunch of information I can give you on this coin. Again, this is another trial strike type piece. There's so few of them in existence. It's a Judd 2, low R7 rarity, which again, that's probably in that 4 to 10 survival, kind of range of pieces that exist. This one graded PCGS SP53. It's a special strike, CAC certified. This one hammered at $552,000. Pretty phenomenal looking coin, and it's a beauty. Looks good. All right, coming up at my number 5 slot is another 1792 piece, and some of you probably heard about this one before at one point. This is a coin that looks like the number 6, but this one also has the silver plug right in the middle. It's a silver cent, which is pretty neat because it's also not only a copper bronze, planchet, but it's also got that silver plug right smack dab in the middle, and it was struck as such. So, what can we tell you about this one? Well, it's a Judd 1 attributed coin. It's a low R7. Again, very few pieces, probably a handful of them. PCGS SP58 Plus, CAC certified. This one hammered in at $750,000. Oh my God, the money's getting big. But again, these are coins that are part of, old provenances. We got Weinberg and Eliasberg and all the other Bergs that have owned these coins over the years and decades, and these guys are big time coin hucksters. I mean, these guys right here owned some significant pieces over the years, and this is another one that you could certainly add to that list. So that's the number 5 coin. Now we're getting into some of the big dog coins here, and this number 4 coin is my perennial favorite coin. Every time I open up that red book, boy, I've always dreamt of owning a Stella $4 gold piece. Okay, and that's the number 4 coin on the list. 1879 $4 Stella, which is a Judd 1638 attributed coin. This is the coiled hair type, as opposed to the other version, which has the hair that's just not in a coil or a bun. This is my favorite coin right here, Blue Ridge Silverhound. You just found out today. As a matter of fact, it's so much my favorite coin that I named my youngest daughter after it. Pretty neat. NGC Proof 66 Cameo. This one sold for a cool $1 million, $50,000. $1,050,000. Yeah, incredible coin. This, along with the Panama Pacific Octagonal Gold $50 piece, it's my 1A, 1B on the top list of coins that I wish I could afford and buy. Probably not without cashing in my retirement and selling the house, and that ain't gonna happen because the wifey will have words when it comes to that. But again, there's really not a whole lot you could say. This is a coin built in the lore of numismatics. Okay. So my number 3 coin, is a true rarity. All right, it's the reason why it's on this list, and it's kind of something that's under the radar. A lot of people don't know that this is a incredible rare coin, and that's a 1884 Type 1 trade dollar. This is a NGC Proof 66 CAC certified. Marvelous coin. Proof trade dollars come few and far between, as a matter of fact. A lot of these coins, there is only, maybe less than a dozen of them ever produced. That's how rare they are. As a matter of fact, I have another trade dollar on this list I haven't talked about. But this one right here exhibits, probably the finest looking surfaces that you could see on a proof early coin of this type. This one sold for $1,140,000. And I have to say, whoever wanted this, okay, they wanted it bad. Okay, there probably was a bidding war between 2 or 3 guys that got it up to this price valuation. But again, nice coin. What can I say? All right, coming up next is my number 2 coin. We're almost there. We have probably another favorite of mine. This is a 1793 chain cent. Again, this is one of those coins that you flip through the Red Book price guide and you see it, you're like, oh my god, I gotta have it. And then you proceed to pass out and faint all over the place. But this is a Sheldon 1. It's also a Breen 1. There's 2 classifications on this one. It's an R4, pretty nice rarity. This one is a PCGS Mint State 64 Plus Brown CAC certified. This is primo condition for a coin that is many hundreds of years old. The coin exhibits what I perceive to be some of the prettiest surfaces on a coin, especially early copper. Steel brown surfaces, absolutely clean, devoid of any sort of carbon spots whatsoever. This thing was well preserved. And yeah, this one brought home $1.5 million. It's a lot of money. A lot of money for something that's worth every single penny. All right, so what did we finish up as our number 1 coin? Well, I told you there was another trade dollar on the list. And this is the 1885 Type 1 trade dollar. This is a proof example, okay? It's an NGC Proof 66. This one sold for $3,960,000. Oh my gosh, couldn't it reach $4 million? Jeez. So what can I tell you about this coin that you're probably going to go on the website and find out more information on? Well, it's a previous Eliasberg. Yeah. He purchased this coin back many decades ago, probably sometime around the late 1920s, early 1930s, for $1,450. He knew it was rare. Well, how rare? There's only 5 examples of this coin in existence. Yeah, 5 coins. It's as rare as the 1913 Liberty nickel that we hear so much about in the news and media. This coin was originally owned by William Cutler Atwater, okay, sometime before 1923, before it was auctioned and then purchased by Mr. Eliasberg Sr., who probably knew that this thing was going to be worth exactly $3,960,000, but God rest his soul. He's been gone for a little while, and this coin out in the marketplace has his name attached all over it. Again, I'm not surprised that this coin sold for this amount of money. This thing has lived in obscurity for many a years since it was first produced, up until about 25 years ago when, this example and a few others have come out into the marketplace, and to be scooped up and then put back in some secretive collection yet again. Well, I'd say that is a wrap, ladies and gentlemen, for the Heritage Auctions 2019 fund sale. As its name implies, it was a lot of fun going through this list. Over 5,000 coins were sold during this auction. Many millions of dollars realized in total. It also encompasses a selection of currency, which I will not get in with, but I did buy one piece of currency from this sale, which hopefully I will see next week, and I will do a video for you guys. And it's amazing. I think it's pretty good. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this little vignette of various top 5, top 10 coins over the past few days. Yes, the videos were long, but if you ate lunch during, such an event, your time will go by pretty quickly. And hopefully you guys will enjoy a little eye candy at the expense of a little hard work and cropping and dedication and, all that great stuff. So yet again, for all your consignment needs, Heritage Auctions, HA.com, for these high-profile coins. Come check it out. A lot of great stuff. They have another auction coming up here next month. You sure don't want to miss. Okay, so I appreciate your guys' time. Again, check me out on Facebook and Instagram. As always, hit the like button, subscribe. Of course, those are going to be the premium ways of supporting my channel. Yeah, still early. Love you guys. See you on the next one. Have a great, phenomenal weekend.